Yay. Welcome. I will be your spiritual motivator for the next 52 minutes, and that's it. Maybe less. There's coming in. See, I gotta let the brew review release late and then do an early review. So, people want to bitch about how long the brew review is, but I don't know if you noticed, but I could probably zip through this shit pretty fast if I didn't read the comments. But every time I ask, everybody says, I want you to read the comments. Seems to be the cowbell that turns out to be the issue. We're looking at Scrillionaire. It's like more than a trillionaire. It's not, I don't know, maybe it's just petty. Maybe it's like a 10 millimeter versus a 9. After all, that's only one more. This is a dark lager, rich, malty, and smooth. And it weighs in at 8%. And this was a part of a sample pack. So there's 3 other things, and technically I've reviewed one of them in the past, but nobody gives a flying shit, so I'll probably just review it again under the guise that it's this year's release. This was a refresher for 4 more days of brew reviews from David Brown and Bunky. So I have not had this one from Surly, and to be totally honest, well, maybe only somewhat honest. Fuck it, I'm just gonna lie my ass off. I love Surly. It's my favorite. No, they're for me, I've noticed they're about a 50-50 brewery. They've turned out some stuff that was pretty impressive, and they've turned out stuff that I would never ever buy again. Scrillionaire. Okay, it has a brownish hue to it. The head is colored. It does not smell good at all. I believe the glass got clean good, which would be the foreign and domestic glass that I got from the Crazy Scotsman. And please do not forget that he's doing I don't know what you'd call it, a flash. He's got an AR that he chambered where he's building. As of the video that I saw, he didn't have all the parts yet, but it's going to be a 7.62 by 39, and all the proceeds are going to go to help Mr. and Mrs. Holster. So I'll try to remember to put a link down here. Please click on it and donate what you can, because again, if one person donated $1 million, hoorah! But if 1 million people donated $1, a dollar doesn't hurt a person as badly as 1 million. I know. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Cheers. Well, it's rich, malty, and smooth. Yeah, it's rich, malty, and smooth. Maybe the glass didn't get cleaned or something good. Or dishwasher detergent soap smell. I don't know. It doesn't taste like it smells. It has nearly an imperial stout, almost mouthfeel. It's tongue clingy. It's pretty much kind of hitting like a Scottish ale without the more heaviness at the end. It's just kind of smooth, malty, and what the can said. No, rich, smooth, rich, malty, and smooth. Yeah, that's what that. Yeah. There's no mail today. Yeah, so I was having problems with one of my printers, and my second printer, the laser printer, everything was like disassembled because I needed as much counter space as possible for the girls' build. And then yesterday was that big anticipation. First we had we went out and had a brunch. It was me and Christine and Jules and David Brown, and it was supposed to be her aunt, but Christine's side of the family are the Zen masters of last minute. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it, yeah, but, yeah, Diane didn't make it. Then after that, you know, everybody pretty much rushed home so we could watch that awesome Daytona 500. See, just something else Donald Trump fucked up. See, if Trump wouldn't have taken his hot lap, they would have got all the laps in before it rained. Talking like a libtard or Jorn, whatever, how you want to look at it. Okay, yeah, so today is President's Day. Actually, when I Googled it, it came up with today is Washington's birthday. Hey Google, what is today?
It is Monday, the 17th of February 2020.
Is there anything special about today? Hey Google, is today a fucking holiday?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Is today a holiday, sweetie?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
So today's not President's Day?
Here's a summary from the website ctpost.com. But on a federal level, President's Day doesn't exist. Instead, the holiday is recognized as Washington's birthday. The father of our country was born on February 22nd. Washington's birthday is observed on the third Monday of February.
So basically, I just can't go to the post office today, and if you work for a bank, you get the day off, and if you're a government official, you get the day off. But if you're actually an American citizen who has to pay bills, you work today. Sorry, I'm a little punchy today. Okay, Ben N. God, just BAM! See, that was BAM! See, oh shit, that means Ammo Head will come after me. Ben N, congratulations. Stalker Steve, second again, he says. Gillian, third. Multi-Gunman, brew review video has become part of everyone's daily ritual. Surround Money says everyone in the club. Multi-Gunman says yes, sir. Mike again here. Cheers, all. Cheers, Mike. Multi-Gunman says cheers and beers, or better yet, winning and whiskey. And I figured Gillian would agree with that. Frontline Cigars. I'm assuming that's top 10 suckers. Cadillac V, motherfucker. Cheers. Cheers, my friend. And yeah, I was just thinking of you when I was fondling the Walther PPQ because the laser you gave me, because I sold my XDM. I wish I would not have done that. But if I were to get another one, 10 millimeter, I've heard some stories though, so I don't know if there's an issue or not there. I don't know, to be honest right now, every project I have, I think they're probably going to be going on permanent hiatus, and after a few events today, I think I'm, what firearms I can, I will be probably seeing if I can sell a few things. So, yeah. See how much of a loss I can take on a JP with a $3,400 scope. Gun Wild 1, top 10 bitches. El Tenda. Hoo-ha. El Tenda. How you doing? Huh? Fu Master 2. Is it flask or flaccid? Flask. Laugh out loud. Cheers, brother. both, Multi-Gunman says. David Brown, you give me wood with your booze reviews. Multi-Gunman says, I hear you can get nailed with wood. Oh, sorry, my Sharky. It's my money. Hey, I'm here. Top 100. Optimistic. Multi-Gunman says winning. Smile Money. Tell me the history of the government of Australia murdering their citizens after taking their firearms. Did Nazi Germany kill all those citizens after they collected the guns, or just the ones they used for scapegoats? How about English? The history suggests that contributed to the American Revolution. Russia and China is also pretty much political enemies of opposition. Mental midget is so wrong, I prefer mental little person. Let me take note of that. Multi-Gunman says, I prefer libtard, because if you dig deep enough, you'll find out that's exactly what they are. Liberal retards equal libtards. And if you give them an inch, they'll take a fucking mile, trust me, I know. They're doing that in Canada, too. Absolutely. And, you know, I hate to say it, but somebody can squawk as much as they want. It's kind of like libtards, Democrats. They're a lot like small children. You know, how many times, especially you people out there that are parents or grandparents, you watch your kid or grandkid running through the living room and then trip and fall and smack their head maybe on the coffee table or whatever, and get up like they're gonna brush it off. Like, yeah, okay, it hurt a little, but not a big deal. And then they look over and grandpa or dad is staring at them, and all of a sudden, I mean, so the moral of the story is in a lot of ways, I feel, well, not me, because I'm just a bitch. I feel that our party, our side, for the most part. Now, I'm not for no part would I say somebody like Smile Money or Clyde or, you know, any of the guys that would, you know, Smile Money would just knock your ass out and Clyde would snipe you from a mile away. But I believe our side, you know, because our side, a lot of our side, because personally I think that, you know, once you reach the point of being in our government and you have an R or a D after your name, you all become them. You're no longer us. Something shifts in your fucking little brain, and all of a sudden all your ambitions for taking care of this country and your ideologies, whatever it is, all go out the window. And it has been proven time and time again, the Republican Party, I believe, empowers that. I don't think we would be where we are today. I don't think the Democratic Party would have nearly the power, and it doesn't matter how many votes they have. It's that we have given them that power, like the little child, the little infant child. And what I mean by that is, if all the way back when someone started blurting out stuff that took our rights away, and I'm narrow-minded because I'm a gun person, and I'm very narrow-minded. It was the sole reason that I voted for Trump when he stood there and said, your Second Amendment will be safe with me, after what we had all gone through with Barack Obama. Turns out that was bullshit. He's done more to hurt us and empower them than Obama could pull off, and he had all the power. So see where the proof is? But it's like, we empower them. If all this push to take full auto weapons away, and our side just stood firm for the Founding Fathers and the Second Amendment and said, no, fuck you. People will own and have what they want. Like Smile Money, thank you Smile Money, pointed out the other day, all of those hideous crimes that have taken place with full autos. It's just not there. Now, we move on to, the bump fire, and then it'll be the echo trigger, and it's the scary black. Nobody should have weapons of war. Why does anybody need all of those rounds? Well, I tell you what, if someone told you, why do you need all of that money, and you had $30, you'd be just as confused as us gun people. 30 rounds? The fuck? That means I have to, every 31 shots, I gotta, reload. That's bullshit. Should have a fucking 1,000-round ribbon attached to that bitch. So, I personally believe our party, our side, is just as at fault for where we are, because we are always willing to bend over and take it in the hiney as opposed to stand our ground and get more. And I've said this all along. They want to have a mag capacity thing. They want to take the stupid fucking piece of shit bump stock. That bump stock, my fight still to this moment in time for that stupid piece of shit had nothing to do with this inaccurate, hard to manipulate. At best, you might be able to. I've seen people that like Jeremy that has it on his gun and uses it all the time. Still can't successfully do a mag dump after mag dump after mag dump without maybe some error happening in there somewhere. It's just, but what it represented was our fucking rights. And like I said when we were going through that debate, fuck you. Not only should we keep this stupid piece of shit, but we want our ability to own full autos back. We allow it to happen. If you get in the mindset that it's just a bump stock, who cares? It's we don't really have to have a 30-round mag. Then, like I've said before, you're part of the problem, and that problem empowers them. If our party would have stayed fast back then, we would not be where we are today. And I hate to say it, but it's getting to the point where we're turning in a direction that I honestly don't want to go. But it has gotten there. You want to come for my firearms? Well, maybe a bunch of us, maybe a bunch of people need to do something. The problem is, unless there isn't a strong enough show of opposition, then it is a select group of people that will just be categorized as extremist. And I don't want to be an extremist. I want to be part of the revolution. That reminds me, I don't think I ever watched Jim's Sunday rant. Sunday was pretty busy around here. David Brown, fuck all those girly bullfuck descriptions of body and taste and logging into a book. Just say I slammed 5 shots, went to have a nap, farted, and shit the couch. My God. Thank you, David. Real cold burnout first. I mean, I'm really not in a situation to argue with him. If he identifies as first, military-style MREs don't really go bad unless damaged or stored improperly. They just kind of lose flavor. If stored properly, they are safe to eat 10 years after the expiration. Sounds like my buddy Greg's pantry. And he doesn't have any MREs in there. Real cool, Berna. Happy birthday, President Washington. Wow, yeah. Awfully sumptuous that I would do a review today. I mean, it wasn't belated. It wasn't... Yeah, good job. Clyde, 16th. Burping the Worm Revolution. You know, Clyde... Clyde, you and many others that are hearing me say this would probably be a dangerous scenario for us to actually hang out together. If I mean, there's a few of you that if I knew we're going to show up here, I'd probably have to save a little money for bail or something. And I do. Not that I wouldn't want, some one-on-one time. Actually, to be totally honest, what I really like is what we've kind of been doing lately. Few of you show up on this date, and it's like, you get the opportunity. It was awesome. It was awesome when there was like 47 people here. I won't lie. That was awesome. To me, and I know if he's listening, this will just be an egotistical thing, but I still think my favorite of all of our Shoot-a-Paloozas was the one with Mr. and Mrs. Stripey. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, she is really cool. He's a fucking pain in the ass. But that year, there was a lot of people here. And it was really cool. But on the downside of that is I would normally have spent some, one-on-one time with like 2 or 3 guys, like kind of like what's been happening now. Just a few people show up, we get the opportunity to, it's like everybody hangs out at the fire pit and we talk about the same thing. We all go shooting and a couple people are shooting while the rest just stand there and watch. And it's just more of a personal thing. When you get a group as big as it was that year, afterwards, all I really have is regret. I wish I would have spent, typically, Jerry, it's like 10 months later, it's like, hey, don't you remember when you shot this at the Shoot-a-Palooza? I never had the opportunity to shoot that. I'm like, God. So if I would have actually, kind of like what's going to happen at the end of April, it'll be a smaller group, and I can actually say, Jerry, we're either going to go up to Dead On, or we're going to go up to my range. Thank you, Bunky and David. And Jerry, what do you want to shoot? It's kind of like the conversation I tried to have with Mr. Holster coming out there. What would you like me to bring? I will bring that and some ammunition. We brought a few things, and the weather was bad, and I don't think he was feeling real good. So he had so the only thing that he really wanted to shoot it, surprise, surprise, the Blackhawk chambered in 10mm, a cowboy gun with a modern cartridge. So can't fault him for that. Excuse me. So Clyde. Here's to friends and family, and someday, not to rule out the gun guys, because a lot of you that are here, well, of course there's also a lot of you here that watch this shit every single day and don't drink, but I think it would be fun sometime to do Drink-a-Palooza or Beer-a-Palooza or whatever you want to call it, where we got together as a group, and maybe you brought, I would try to keep it as a smaller group, not 47 people, but where just throwing a name out here, Clyde is planning on showing up, driving up here, and he knows that there is going to be a total of 10 of us, and so he brings 10 of his favorite beers. And the next person, Real Cobra Burnout, is able to sneak away from work and come to Drinkapalooza, and he brings 10 of his favorite beers, and we just basically get a chance to sit around and shoot the shit and you know, do what we do best, and share each other's favorite beers. Or in this case, I also wouldn't be against sharing a good bottle of scotch or whiskey either. So, Clyde, my brother. Yeah, that I have to admit, after clearing the palate and the Glenfiddich, I know I'm breaking my own rule. I don't know what it was initially. It's all gone. I filled my glass and I brought that up there and I made it all the way until I had to go to bed. But I gave it a 4.5, but I think something like a 7 is probably more like it. And it was just so incredibly smooth. I mean, it. After clearing the palate a little bit there with the water, and later on that night, even after having dinner and still sitting and watching a little TV with Christine and Jules, yeah, I don't know what it was initially. It definitely was. It never started off as bad. It just seemed like it started off as really mild. But yeah, there was definitely a little bit more of a peatiness there. But I still think I like the scotches that bring more flavor. And, you know, that's just me. I mean, I know there's people out there. I mean, I remember when I bought my bottle of Ardbeg, he almost didn't even want to sell it to me. He's like, no, you should probably go find, and evidently maybe there's more people that like regular scotch than Islay scotch, because he was insisting that I go find, like I could go downtown to Carmody's and have myself a glass of it or a shot of it and decide if I really wanted to spend the money. And when he told me that it was, you know, fairly bold and really that peat is dried over a fire, I was all in. So, but I do have to say, of the two scotches right off the bat, the Winnie, I don't know if I'm getting that right. I mean, this one wasn't cheap, and the Balvenie that Matt bought, both of them were not as good as the Glenfiddich. So, yeah, I apologize for getting wishy-washy and acting like a libtard, but I want to up it because that was the first one. Well, I could have drank the Octomore from start to finish, but that was just so damn good I didn't want to. So yeah, that was very good, and that flask got killed yesterday. Clyde again. Use them toilet lights as motion sensors for bug out. Put them on trees, and then when someone comes into your camp at night, use them for distance markers to take out the bad guys when shit hits the fan. No, that's not a bad idea. I mean, well, I've been using that first one upstairs, but yeah, no, it's not a bad idea at all, because you've got the motion sensor right there, and of course it's also very it does not take much light to deactivate it. I mean, seriously, you know, Christine just has one of the 7-watt if even that, I'll say it's a 7-watt bulb in the bathroom, and it's not even on a light sensor. It's either on or off, and if it was up to her, she'd leave it on all the time. I pay the electric bill, so I turn it off. But I realize a 100-watt light bulb left on for 1 year will raise your electric bill like it was like Schweitzer told me, or Schweitzer figured it out once. It was like $3.50 or something like that. So a 7-watt, it literally could stay on all the time. But that was enough to defunct this, and it wouldn't work. It needs basically total darkness. But Clyde, you're absolutely right. You could take this and, you know, make it. This would be enough that it could hang in a tree and you'd still see the light. Or it'd be real easy because it's plastic to figure out, you know, drill something in here, a little bracket, so that you could hang it on a tree, and then you could just bend this straight up, and now you basically have exactly what he said. If it senses motion, the light's going to come on, and if you're sitting where you're looking, and smart idea, Clyde, smart idea. Klein 5179. If you care, Mass Drop has lock-picking kits and practice locks to try. That's a great skill to have. I have the practice lock. It was it's gonna be one of those things where it was always sitting right here, but now that I want it, it's got moved somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Actually, after watching Tardisius's videos, basically it looks like a master lock, but it's transparent, so you can see everything that's going on. After watching Tardisius, the videos that he has on picking locks, all I need to do is duplicate what he did. I mean, I already remember in my brain the one that we have for the Iconics container. That was just put a little tension on it and literally just go, and it unlocked. I was like, oh my God, you look at this key, and you're like, wow, there's some major ass shit going on here. The lock itself just looks like it could take a 50 cal round and not open, but yeah. I do care, though, McLean. I do. Poco Loco, hello. Whatever, dude. Zeus. The Crazy Scotsman has a 1-week-only flash raffle to help raise money for Mr. Holster. AR is a 7.62 by 39, $10 a ticket. And Zeus puts the link up, and unless I got stupid, which it is possible, or probably started off stupid and it just progressed. Sorry, I'm always scanning the horizon going, where's David Brown's fucking package? If I forget, just go down to Zeus's and get this link. Otherwise, it'll be down in the description. Thank you, Zeus. Poco Loco. Vodka. Really? Poco Loco, because of my disease, I have to prep certain foods, so I just rotate them out and eat them as they expire and replace them with new. I didn't realize mental illness had a particular food diet, Poco. Vodka. Why the fuck would I want to drink vodka? Would it be okay if whiskey stood in for vodka? As you can see, the girl party Hawaiian martinis were not a big hit. Actually, I think me and Christine probably drank more on our test run than yeah, there was only one person that even tried. My sister. Oh God, look at that alcohol abuse. Poco, son of a bitch. In case you're wondering, vodka works almost as good as a cleaner like Windex. Oh, we gotta get a real Cobra burn up test. Now that has to be an alcohol thing. I don't know if I got the right angle for you guys to even see that. All the little bubbles that form. I don't know if water does that. I guess I could fill up the 1800. Still a little bit left in there. Does that do it? Yeah, that does it too. All the little bubbles. I don't know. Water will do that when it comes out of the force of our dispenser on the refrigerator. That's because I have issues. I ran a dedicated half-inch PEX line right to the fridge. Anybody that's ever at my refrigerator, just be known right now. It's possible to actually draw your name on the side of your glass with the water that comes out of it. There's no waiting around to fill up your thing. Your thing. That's what I said. A thing. 36 minutes and I guess 52, so... David Brown, I could turn that into work vodka. David Brown's like, a couple more of those and I'm going to have to sign you up for a meeting. I'll pick you up 7 o'clock. $28.5 years. And he still goes to meetings. Actually, I think he just goes to make people go nuts. Poco Loco, my grandfather says I'm too reliant on technology. I called him a hypocrite and unplugged his life support. Poco Loco, rum, no. Poco Loco, if you're not careful, Matt will start calling you daddy. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have to worry about that. Well, Poco Loco, you know you're getting old when fucking a grandma is no longer an achievement. Wade, doesn't alcohol kill germs and bacteria? Just saying. Think so. Wade, think about this, brother. Your time here is infinite and may end at any second. You have to make time for yourself and your sanity. If you spend your entire life chasing the dollar and material things, you're not making any memories with a woman, and woman, you don't deserve. You're wasting time. Love you. Yeah, I would like to take care of a few financial things, but can't seem to ever catch a frickin' break. Blue Tunda 40. Coronavirus, weapon of war. Yeah. I'm sorry, conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I'm sure it's just this weird, kind of a freaky thing. I'm sure it wasn't like engineered. Steven, another Jessica Niagara Brew Girl, or whatever her name is. Google pics of her. Who says I haven't? Why do you think I have so many? She's definitely a fan of both the groups I'm in. Definitely the deplorables. Blue Thunder 40. Maybe Matt can buy. No, maybe Matt. See, if I was just to leave that, then I would be accused of getting it wrong. But I will correct that for you, Jerry. Maybe Matt can buy his sister a nice outfit for our visit. Yeah, I'll ask. She still owes me that hard cider review that you paid for. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell and shots. This video needs nothing. It's already fucking perfect the way it is. Mr. 27. MRE last 5 to 10 years maybe. Mountain House meals last 30 years sealed. MRE has the advantage of ready to eat with no prep. Mountain House needs water to hydrate. Brew boobs. I've heard about Mountain House. I don't think I've had anything from them. Smart money. Prepping for the future, possibility, or paying for the needs of today. Yeah, I see what you're saying right there. Mr. 27. A lot of libtards in the military, too, just saying. Should we forgive those who don't go by their oath to defend the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic? Question mark. That should be the first question to ask, right? No. Me and Mr. 27, he sends me a lot of stuff. He has a few people, one in particular that he's big fans of. And, if you went off of your videos alone, most people wouldn't know what a political junkie you really are. But you're our political junkie, so I'm good with it. But no, that's exactly what's happening right here in Minnesota. We've got a veteran who lost his legs in over in the sandbox, and he's running, and they're running ads against him because he's a big time supporter of the other side. So, and I know I've heard about this before, you just want to assume that people in the military are going to be for the Constitution, for our founding fathers, and for that oath that they swore to defend. But certainly doesn't seem to be the case. So, actually, it's not in Minnesota. He's in Wisconsin. And I tell you, if I had $1 in a typical day for every time I heard his commercial and the commercial against him, there's two different ones, I wouldn't even have to go to work. I'd just go hang out, sit in a chair, and wait for the commercial to come on so I could get paid again. Smile money. I never registered for the draft. My friends were mostly a year ahead of me. Their birthdays were either called or near when the draft stopped. I actually started to register twice, but it was canceled twice. Then when they started again, I was not required to register. Well, better watch out. Old Mr. fucking on top of everything. God damn it. Mr. 27, yes, we need a second Trump term so he can screw the Second Amendment even more. Yay. I hope you're not right. Because, it's either going to be that or Bernie Sanders. That could be fun, though. Sharky. Intro Mystery Babe. Could go either way. Brew Babe hot. Love the Deagle. I prefer Glenfiddich 15-year-old over the 12 one. The 15 just has more flavor. The 18-year-old, however, is a bit much for me compared to the 15. Intro Babe or Outro Babe? Hell yeah. Okay. I'd like to experience all of them. I'll tell you where I fall, including the Outro Babe. Just talking about it. Stripey McCatpuss. The Glenfiddich Distillery Tour is one of the best I have been on. Well, see, this is the part where it'd been cool if you would have elaborated. Why? Did they give you the most drink? Is it just a really cool place? Did you get a blowjob down in... Never mind. I don't want to... I'd like to hear more about it, though, Stripey. Gunwild 1. I had one of those toilet disco lights, and it only lasted about 2 months before it stopped working. Son of a bitch! Stop pissing on it. J-Dog, here. J-Dog had the last comment. Now we move on to the Two-Hearted Ed Club. There's only two people here. So, and one of them is asking for whiskey, so instead of pouring myself, and I could have another Scrillionaire. But let's talk about this first. From David Brown and the Bunkmeister. A dark lager, 8%. It's rich, malty, and smooth. Now, especially if you've ever had one, if you've ever had a, excuse me, if you ever had a Scottish ale, it's reminding me of that. Just less of that edginess at the end. Otherwise, it's very good. It's very drinkable. It's 8%, and I'm going to give it an 8. Oh, wow, where's that coming from? First in the club is Gunwild 1. Is this the Two-Hearted Ed Club? Cheers. Yes, yes it is. Why, yes, it is. And 46 minutes. Shit. Then we got Nihap saying whiskey. And seeing how at this point in time he hasn't had me say, what is it, flask number 34? Flask number 34. I haven't asked about it, so he knows that we're looking at just beer. But Nihap, I tell you what, I would normally probably try to restrain myself a little bit more, but there's two things now about the Ardbeg. One, you sent me another one, and two, it's definitely not the big dog on the block anymore. The Octomore, and it was like, I've had what, a shot and a half of it since he sent me the bottle. Because I'm supposed to make it last until he gets here. I'd like it to last a lot longer than that. Oh, can you imagine? And I want everybody to raise their shot glass, because we're going to toast the end of April. What are we drinking? Oh, I grabbed that bottle that you had sitting back on the shelf by the safe. No! Just kidding. Obviously, if I had somebody that showed up that could truly appreciate that level, at this point in time, off the top of my head, probably Clyde. If you like the Lafroig, I cannot see why you wouldn't truly enjoy the Octomore 9.3. A lot more bazing to it because it's cast strength. And then there's the flavors that just don't quit. Nihap? Fuck. Maybe I should have just, like, let that order on Amazon go through and called it a fuck-up. Yeah, right in the middle of financial ruin, I just ordered a $300 bottle of scotch. It's okay, I was thinking about selling the G19 so I could get 2 bottles. Wade's like, boy, am I going to have to come down there and slap you? So, Nihap, and then I'm going to hit well, here, let's just do this. Bam, bam, boom. Oh, sorry. Bam, bam. Nihap has the last comment. We're at 50 minutes. So, cheers, everybody. Appreciate it. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Obviously, if I can sneak away, I will. Oh, that's just... That's so good. I'd lick the inside of the shot glass, but Smile Money would throw up. Okay, guys. Cheers. And check the link out for the Crazy Scotsman, because everything that you're doing is helping Mr. and Mrs. Holster. I gotta turn something around, and I don't know what. I'm already up to here in the sand, so what difference does it make? Okay, guys. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Cheers. 51!